Hello, welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel. If you like Reese's candy, with two great things that go great together, but kind of sort of before they made Reese's, nobody would have ever thought, hey, let's put chocolate and peanut butter together. And they used to do commercials for it going, dude, that's just weird. Well, if you like Reese's, you're going to love this video, because we're going to talk about the way the world is changing in dramatic ways, starting as early as next week, or apparently July. So, Disney World plans to reopen in July. Yay! El Raton is back! Well, let's see what their plans are. Disney World is slated to begin reopening in July, with theme parks around the U.S. seeking to welcome back visitors as states begin to lift their cootie restrictions. Yes, that would be good. Would be fine. However, it would be helpful if people would take the social distancing a little more seriously. The mask, I don't care about. If you do the social distancing, the masks aren't a big deal. But yeah, anyways, the Orlando reopening will be phased. Senior Vice President of Operations Jim McPhee said during a presentation to an Economic Recovery Task Force. And USA Today reported that today, Wednesday. Magic Kingdom, the most attended park, and Animal Kingdom will reopen their gates on July 11th. Oh man, they're going to miss the 4th of July crowds. We move on. The Epcot and Disney Hollywood Studios opening for business on July 15th. So they're looking at like the whole shebang. They're trying to get it open. Wouldn't that be nice? It's not known when California-based Disneyland will be back open for business. No, because it's a blue state, and blue, now you know why they call it the blues. Loving like children, living in our houses and not allowed to leave. The Walt Disney Company has already reopened one of its parks, the Shanghai Disneyland, which is the largest international park Disney has. Yeah, except for they don't really own it. They lease it out. So the money is not... Yeah. Anyways, so, yay. We'll see how it goes. And everybody's got their fingers crossed. Because in order for this thing to succeed, you need people to get on planes. And the planes so far are not doing the social distancing. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Stop it. Give me some room, elbow room. Everybody needs a little elbow room so we don't die. All right. Now, how else is the world changing dramatically? Is if opening this gigantic fantasy land isn't a big enough deal, we might be ending the fantasy land that our governments were actually being decent and doing what they were supposed to, which was not to spy on us. House says the FISA bill suddenly is on life support. FISA is the regulatory thing that allows the FBI and the CIA to spy on Americans through telecommunications when they're interacting with a foreign agent. Because you see, it's kind of against the law for Americans to be spied on by Americans, even though private detectives do it. I don't understand the whole thing. But you needed a special FISA warrant. But because, as was obvious to anyone with half a brain or more, would know when they put it into place, initially, several years ago, as in decades ago, that it was eventually going to be used by one political party against the other. Can you say the whole Russia? Mm-hmm. All right. And that's just when we found out. Who knows how many other examples exist? Because as we did discover with Russia, oh my gosh, the shenanigans were huge. And playing by the rules. And you know, if you want to go back even further with Obama, because let's not forget this Russia thing with the FISA, etc. That was all under Obama's watch. And so too was the example of using the IRS to target the enemies, which the IRS had to apologize for. But Lois Lerner, not Lois Lane, totally different woman, Lois Lerner still got to retire with full benefits. Makes you want to spell full with two O's instead of a U, doesn't it? Anyways, so it's looking like they're not going to vote to pass it, and it's going to die on the vine, and they will not be allowed to spy on us anymore. But then comes the real hitch. They won't be allowed to. Does that mean they're going to do it anyway? And I'll let you make your own decision. But what do you think? Do you think that the men in black are going to stop spying on us just because they're told not to? Let's not forget the reason they're trying to get this to expire is, and not be renewed, is because they weren't following the rules to begin with. So you're asking rule breakers to start following the rule. You're like, yeah, there's a bit of a paradox there, isn't there? So you can celebrate that they're not legally going to be allowed to spy on us again, or you can celebrate that El Raton is back and he's taking over the gigantic house that Cinderella lives in. Cinderella, Cinderella, we can do it, Cinderella, Cinderella. Hope one of these two stories brought you some joy, and we'll see you in the future.